Barbarians! I'm Rainey of the Just Barbarian Things podcast, and today I'm here to play the Acquisitions Incorporated adventure with my friends. To my left, chain sword and weird warforged fighter.
Not weird.
Carl 14.
Where I come from, I'm normal. But hello, I'm Carl 14. I'm here for all of your tanking and smashing needs.
That's played by Santiago. And to the left of my left, there's Jessica playing the very cute and very charismatic young not goblin Duck. Alright, so ahead of you, the giant hole in the ground where the warehouse once stood.
We got a picture for that.
A rope leading down into the dark.
There it is.
Your goal, based on your job that you have been assigned, to maybe figure out what happened to the guards that disappeared down there, and to make sure it is safe and not a threat to the city above. What would you like to do?
I think that I will leap down the hole via the rope first.
Okay.
To bear the brunt of any potential attack at the bottom.
Okay.
I don't know, what do you think?
Yeah. There's a rope to slide down or something.
Yeah, so basically what you see
Yeah.
is in the areas where the walls and ceiling haven't collapsed, you don't see any sign of crates or boxes or barrels or wares of any kind. You see that there is this area where the walls, ceiling, and floor have fallen away. Giant hole. And inside of that, you can see that a hempen rope has been anchored firmly in the rubble and it dangles down into the darkness below. And it does go down at a bit of an angle, so it's hard to see exactly what's at the bottom.
Do you remember Jurassic Park 2?
Yes?
Yeah, I remember. And they had the high hide thing where you could squeeze and slide down the rope faster or slower depending on how hard you squeezed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to do that by just squeezing the rope in my hands and sliding down it. And I won't squeeze very hard.
Right.
I'll just kind of all the way to the bottom.
Okay. Yeah, using the rope makes the descent not too difficult because it's not straight down. You're actually kind of kicking against the walls of this hole that's formed on your way. And you see that the floor at the bottom of the sinkhole is level, worked stone. So there's obviously dust and debris and rocks and pieces of building that have fallen down there. But you can see that this is part of a larger underground passage that the sinkhole is kind of opened up into. And to one side, it's blocked by debris and rubble, but you can see that there is an opening that continues into the darkness to the north, and you see two pairs of human-sized boot prints in the dust heading in that direction. You also see that there are smaller fissures and holes and cracks throughout this area, but they're not humanoid size. They're really small sort of crevasses in the rock. And I will give you this.
Cool. Oh, look.
It's a map.
I think we land probably here.
Yeah, where all the
middle.
debris is.
We land amid the detritus.
Yeah.
Can I investigate the area kind of and see if I see any sign of anything in general? Oh, well, shit. Don't think I'm going to see anything. 12.
I will say that you hear, as you're looking around, you don't really notice anything in particular as far as the rubble is concerned. It looks like pieces of floor and ceiling and stuff like that. Again, down here, no sign of any goods that fell out of this warehouse. It was likely empty when it was affected by whatever is going on here. But you do hear the sounds of skittering critters, like rats, from the holes and crevices that are around the walls of this cavern.
Delicious. Is it, because it looks like on here that this is kind of a dead end on one way?
Yep, so it's blocked by rubble and debris on one side.
Okay.
It's open on the other side. It looks like this was once a finished worked tunnel, but in whatever cataclysm that this earthquake was part of that tunnel collapsed, and there are boot prints heading in the open direction to the north.
Should we follow them?
We don't really have an option.
Seems like a plan.
So we can go that way. I'm gonna have a little lantern on a pole that I'm carrying.
Alright. So as you begin to move northward, the sound of rats grows closer until you find yourselves in a state of being surrounded, but not surprised because you heard them, by these very large rodents. These are giant rats.
How big are they in comparison to little old 3-foot me?
They are small beasts, so they are similar size to you right now. Yeah, they're pretty big.
I don't like that. Are they like curiously like checking us out, or are they like, oh, dinner?
They are moving in hungrily, for sure.
No fucking bueno then.
Yeah. And they're kind of skittering in, kind of staying shoulder to shoulder, trying to work together to kind of overwhelm you, is what it looks like. So let's have everyone roll initiative, please.
Initiative. Yeah, we gotta see if she can do some AoE type of stuff. Multiple target sort of shit.
Do we know what spells Charm has?
So, according to her bio, which you have,
Yes.
at level 1, most of her stuff is really healing and protective.
Okay.
And then she has her melee weapons.
Right. So not a lot of help there necessarily for AoE stuff.
Yeah, not a lot with her right now. Carl, what'd you get?
9.
Right, and Duck?
6. 6 indeed.
As the rats start to approach, you can see Charm goes for her scimitar, grabs it in one of her paws. She says, "Oh no, it's those rats that you heard earlier. What should we do?"
She's gonna get her defensive weapon out and cower a little bit, basically. Is what it sounds like.
Well, she's asking you if you want her to do anything. It's her turn.
Oh. I would like to see if I know anything about these rats and the type of damage that they might inflict. If there's any sort of resistance buff that she could give us that would be relevant.
Okay.
So I feel like that's probably a nature check.
Sure.
6.
So good.
Oh boy.
You know that rats can probably claw and bite because they're rats. You think as far as what you've read in her bio, besides healing, which seems to be her main thing right now, there's probably not a lot her spells can do to help you with rats.
Okay. I think we should tell Charm to defer her action until later, like hold her action until someone needs heals.
Okay.
Because then, table talk, she can immediately take her action if something triggers it.
Okay.
Like if one of us drops to 50% or something like that.
I'm fine with that.
Right, so you want her to hold, to ready her Cure Wounds spell for if someone looks significantly wounded.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Alright.
I'll tell her that. I'll tell her, stand fast, Charm, and ready your Cure Wounds, should one of us become severely injured.
Okay, there are some verbal components. You may hear me saying some things. Don't worry about it.
Oh, Charm.
I just like looking at her picture when Rainey talks. It's hilarious.
It's kind of perfect.
Alright, and it is the rat's turn. There are 3 giant rats that are moving in to surround your group So they will take a go at each of you.
Is there just 3? I thought there was like a swarm.
There are 3 large rats that are moving in right now, but you hear the sounds of more from the dark walls around you.
Got it.
Okay. Carl?
Mm-hmm.
Coral. This is going to be a 16 versus your AC.
Not quite.
Okay. Duck. This is a 19 versus your AC.
That'll hit.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
No! Son of a bitch!
Right. You take 3 piercing damage from the bite of one of the giant rats.
Ow, ow, ow! So is that off my HP or my... That's off my HP, right?
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Which I think with the last damage you took, does that put you at half?
It
or
does.
below half? Okay.
It does indeed.
Right. Well, that was the rat's turn. So Charm goes, oh no, that's like the thing that you told me to look for. And then she reaches out and she goes, don't worry, little duck. And she pats you, and as she does, you feel a healing energy move over you.
Aw.
You get... That is going to be 5 hit points that you get back.
So if that, do I just go? I can only heal back
Only
to
up
8,
to
right?
your max, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet. Such a good kid.
All right, and that brings us to Carl.
Okay. Well, is it, so I need to close with the rats.
Well, they closed in around your group.
Got it.
Yeah.
So I just need to make sure I'm in an area to affect all of them. And just in case.
Okay.
Without I don't necessarily want to move
Okay.
or whatever, but I feel like we were kind of close together, so now they're close together.
Yeah, they came in and surrounded your group.
Got it. So, and if I'm messing up here, please let me know.
You're messing up.
Nah, not you hurt. If I can kind of lean the pole against the wall.
Well, you're not near the wall, but you can like
just put it
stick it
down.
into a crevice or whatever because it's on a pole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
If there's a sufficient crevice to jam it into
Yeah,
between
and there's
some
like debris and stuff everywhere.
cobblestones and debris and whatever.
Yeah.
Wedge it in there.
Sure.
And hold out my empty hand for the slot in my forearm to open, and the sharp linked chain to quickly spill out. And this time, the configuration that it opens into is the same blade shape as the greatsword, only not as long, with a long, almost 3/4 half-inch spear haft as he deploys a glaive this time.
Okay.
And with that, swing at the nearest rat
Okay. Go for it.
to him. So let's see what we got with the old glaive. Alright, 12.
Oh, you just hit a giant rat.
Just barely. Okay. A glaive is 1d10 plus 4. Alright. It is 12 damage.
Right. There is a gross little squeak splurt noise. Like a as you just moosh a rat. And like half of it skids this way and half of it goes that way and makes little bloody gross in the middle.
Rats are actually cool. So
Aggressive giant rats. less
aggressive
cool.
giant rats,
Not as much.
less cool.
God, their balls would be huge.
It'd be like a water.
You know how rats are. Like they're just like, oh, there's my junk.
Yeah.
It's half the size of my body.
I just drag it around with me,
Yeah.
making these 2 divots. Like if you're looking for rat tracks because you're tracking them, you just look for this like, it looks like 2 snakes going next to each other because it's just these drag marks with like little tiny claws
Rat
on the
balls.
outside. So yes, you've murked a rat. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I need to assess the area around me to see if deploying caltrops is a tactically sound maneuver right now. So I don't necessarily want to mess up anyone in my party.
Right.
But I do want to slow these rats down if they attack me. And the thing is, though, it's only a 5-foot square that it affects.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it would necessarily affect it. The reason I deployed the glaive is that it has reach. So I could stand in my square that's just around me.
Threaten the other ones.
And threaten the other ones.
Yeah, I mean, you can make a perception check
Alright.
if you'd like.
Let's do it. All right, 22.
Okay. So the area around you is already what you would consider difficult terrain. But you could potentially deploy caltrops and that something approaching you would have to step on them. And then your friends would only be affected if they walked in your direction. But that being fair, something approaching from the other side would not be affected by them. And you do see 2 sets of glinting eyes, one from each wall, kind of assessing the situation to see if they should also move in.
Okay. Well, I'll hold off on the caltrops for now, then.
Okay. All right, Duck. There are 2 rats left surrounding your group.
All right, I have a question.
Sure.
Because I don't have any AoE type things.
Right.
At all.
Right.
But I do play the bagpipes.
You do.
So if I wanted to be, like, real annoying with my bagpipes, like, the opposite of the Pied Piper,
Right.
could I roll charisma for that?
Oh, yeah, it would be a performance check.
I would like to try and do that.
All right.
So it's +2. So 15.
Okay. So you, Carl 14, sees Duck strangely put away her weapons and take out this apparatus that is functionally the same size that she is. It's like this large bag and a bellows and all these tubes sticking out with like scarves dangling from them. And she takes a big breath and she puts her elbow down on this thing, and in this chamber this sound echoes, and it sounds something like let's see what the rats do.
Oh
no. You see the 2 rats where you were watching their gleaming eyes from the walls immediately disappear back into the crevices, but the 2 that you were fighting remain.
Alright.
So their backups are gone.
I'll take it.
But the 2 rats are still there.
Okay, so I have a question.
Sure.
So, I'm supposed to have advantage on charisma and wisdom. Right?
Saving throws?
Is that what that means, saving throws?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if I should have rolled 2 or if I after that up.
Yeah.
So, just if I have a saving throw, then that's
Okay.
what that is.
Good to know.
Ho ho!
Alright. So 4 and 5
Yeah.
are gone. Cool. Awesome. Alright, and we are back to Charm's turn. Do you want to instruct her to do anything for now? She just has her scimitar out. She is facing one of the rats that is trying to attack her.
So, since you're busy, like,
She can take a swing if you want.
blow into your, like, sheep bladder or whatever it is to inflate it so you can then press the air out of the things. I think I'll notice that and tell Charm that good work, Charm. Keep it up. As a kind of keep doing what you're doing sort of thing.
Wait, just heal if people drop?
Yeah.
Okay. So you want her to hold her action again?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Cool. She will do that. Which brings us to the rats. So one of the rats attacks Charm and does get through her leather armor.
Oh no.
Oh no! So let's see here.
I mean, that does include her, so.
You see the rat bite into her and she hisses and kind of bats it away. And she says, "Don't worry, guys. It was just a little bite. I don't think I'll turn into a rat, but you tell me if I am, okay?" And the other one goes for Carl, trying to avoid the bagpipe noise. And that would be a 6 versus your AC.
Oh, no.
Not quite.
All right. Then that's their turn, and we are back to Carl.
All right. So, are both of these rats within reach
Of your
of my
weapon,
glaive?
yes. Yeah.
I'd like to take a swing at the further one.
Okay, the one by charm.
Yeah.
Cool.
Reach out and touch someone with it.
Dirty.
All right. Still, though, that is a 13.
Yep, that'll do it.
All right. That's 1d10. Aw. 5 damage.
You take a slash with your glaive at the rat that's harassing Charm, and you just see one of its little legs just like pop off.
Oh.
And there's like blood pooling around it, and it squeals in alarm. Anything else?
Something bit me. No.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Duck, it is your turn.
I will try and stab all
Okay.
the rats.
So you drop the bagpipes for now. They make a sound as they fall to the ground. And your weapons are ready.
Oh! That's why you
Did you roll it on
over
the thing?
here.
No! It's not any better. It's like a 3.
Get away from me.
You know?
What's your total?
I don't want to play anymore. This game is bullshit. I took 7. No,
Okay.
9. I can add.
All right. Still
Math,
not
you know.
quite enough. You're like trying to like safely put your bagpipes down
Just
and
stuck to the
get your
bagpipes,
weapons out.
you know?
But your weapons are ready for your next round.
Funny. You like roll here and you're like, ugh.
Oh, okay. So, Charm sees you struggling with your instrument, and she says, "Oh no, not your beautiful music!" And she like lunges forward with her scimitar, skewering one of the rats. The other one, whose leg has been chopped off, 3-legged scampers away into the crevasses, squealing and warning the other rats not to enter the space.
Oh, awful.
Yeah. You tell them amazing.
Indeed.
All right.
And then the cavern grows quiet. As you look around at the carnage of the rats, the one that was cut in half, you can see that its stomach contents have been kind of spread about between those two halves. And part of those contents is a human finger with a ring on it.
Ugh.
Oh, I'll pick that up.
Ugh.
All right. Looking at it, you can see that it looks like a platinum ring.
Okay.
It is etched. You see the name Burton Boot etched onto the ring.
Oh no. This doesn't look good.
Is that one of the guys on our
Yes.
contract
Yes.
that was supposed to come and look?
That we were supposed to look for.
Oh,
Constable Boot.
I see.
Oh.
You know, should save the finger and the ring as evidence of his untimely demise.
I will,
Well, so far it's just a finger that's in there. But yes.
with the ring, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I will spit the finger out of my mouth because I thought it was a snack.
Oh,
Right.
God.
Wasn't a
Yes.
carrot after all.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah.
It's one of my things.
Yeah.
I have weird ideas about food. So yeah, I'll and kind of pretend like I wasn't just going to eat that
Right.
and, wrap it up and tuck it away.
Sure.
There you go.
All right.
I have weird things about food.
I do.
That's how you put that.
Yeah, I have weird things about food. I rolled for it. That's what I got.
A rat.
I have my own ideas about what is and what is not food, and I find the eating habits of those around me fascinating, confusing, or revolting.
But a rat that is cloven in twain and its stomach contents spilled askew.
Delicious.
Among them you find a digit sporting a ring. and you decide, hors d'oeuvre, and pop it in like as a popcorn shrimp.
Yeah.
I'm in map mode, so I
don't
have to
see
get
the
my
problem.
map pieces out.
That is gross and amazing.
What?
Oh, that's cool. I never would have thought of that. Especially because to Carl, the whole concept of eating is just completely bananas.
How do you get energy?
From the ether? I don't know. They don't go over that.
Huh.
It's not like...
Like you don't need gas or something?
No. I don't eat. I don't breathe. I don't
poop?
sleep. I clearly don't poop.
You're not eating. There's not a lot of pooping going on.
Yeah. And
You're so sterile.
yeah, he's a machine. But like the idea that you have little bone protuberances in a face hole and you use those to rend the flesh of other living things to sustain yourselves is pretty hardcore. Yeah, it's like he gets how amazing it is that life feeds on life as a basic tenet of every creature.
So the thing about this map
Yes.
that you will quickly notice is unlike a standard map where it's like shows room by room with their connections.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the area that you're going to be traversing through are these like rough tunnels. And so your map is only going to show you major caverns and areas, so they're not really connected.
Okay.
So I'll give this back to you. You're entering this next chamber through that southern passage.
Oh, like this goes up here
Yeah.
and comes out here.
Yep, exactly. So as you continue following the boot prints in the dust and debris to the north.
Is there the same number of boot prints?
Yep, so you see there are two pairs of human-sized boot prints.
Alright, fair.
What you see up ahead of you is a rectangular chamber. It doesn't show any damage from the apparent earthquake that happened to create the fissure, but that could be because you do notice that there are like columns and supportive structures in this chamber. There are 4 pools of liquid set into the floor here. There's one blue, one green, one clear, and one cloudy.
Oh, fancy.
There are carvings on the walls that depict the pools and show robed figures submerging themselves within them. And at the far end of the chamber stands a double door with a large, ornately carved lock.
So which one's blue? Which one's clear?
Blue, green, clear, cloudy.
Now
Can I
we
investigate
know.
this room?
Yes.
Investigation.
13.
Okay. Yeah, with that roll, you know that the carvings depict something about the pools. Mm-hmm. You do feel like a faint sense of like something like magical or arcane in this room. And then obviously from what you can see of the large double doors, the ornate lock is locked currently.
Right. And can I still check for traps?
Yep.
Yeah.
Where were you looking for traps?
Well, it was just kind of, just for general knowledge kind of purposes, because it sounds like I didn't see anything interesting in the pools other than this is some kind of a ceremonial
Yeah, so that's an investigation check.
room. Is there any sign of the rats in here?
No.
Like, does it seem like there's, I don't know.
So,
Like, they don't come in this room, I guess.
You don't see anything, but also in this room, because there's no debris, it doesn't have the same sort of like dust and everything where you can see tracks and things like that.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What about the door?
What about it?
The doors.
What
I'd
about
like to check out the doors.
You're going to do an investigation for traps, though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you investigating them? Are you perceiving them? Like, what are you doing with
Go
them?
up and take a look at them, see if there are any. What do they look like? Are they carved and ornate? Are they plain? Are they heavy? Are there any apparent handles or knobs or what have you?
Okay.
That sort of thing. Just a general once over.
So, investigation.
All right.
You can both make investigation. You're looking for traps. You're looking at the door make.
All right. That is a gentleman's 20.
19.
Nice. All right,
We
so
investigate the shit out of that door.
I know, right?
Yeah.
The little twirly brush with the dust on it and shit.
as you both take a look at the door more specifically, more closely, you do see some, like, faint, small runes etched around the lock. And you think that the purpose of the runes would be to emit some sort of transmutation magic in the room.
Wait, the runes are on the lock?
Mm-hmm.
But they seem to affect the room.
Yeah, that you're standing in. So they
not so
go
much...
that way. Like, into
Oh, I see what you're saying. So they okay.
Mm-hmm.
So clearly there's a lock.
There is.
Are there any handles or knobs or any way to open the doors, or does it look like you could just push them open?
Based on what you're seeing, there's something vaguely magical about the way that this door is imparted. You think that should the lock be unlocked, that the doors would open.
When we came into this room,
Mhm.
was it like there was how did we get in here? Was it just, there was no
Yeah, it's just like
an empty hallway to walk in
Yeah,
here?
there is like kind of a vaguely tunnel-like corridor, not very wide, and it opened up into this obviously very purposefully carved and columned and buttressed rectangular chamber.
Yeah.
It's time to start investigating or checking out the frescoes to see what we can learn about the pools. Because there's going to be some kind of puzzle with the pools and the colors and the such.
Seems like that would be logical.
Yeah, like it's a room in WoW where you have to get past it and you gotta do some whatever shit by looking at the walls and stuff. Alright, let's start with the clear pool, the painting or what have you.
So you're examining the etchings on the walls, basically. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. You can do them all as a thing. So I will let you use, obviously there's investigation or perception if you're trying to pick out details. There's history, or maybe even religion if that's your thing. It can be pretty flexible what you want to use if it's justifiable. And Jessica, Duck has advantage on this one.
Oh, that's helpful.
That's something you can roll as well. You're both able.
Alright.
17.
Okay.
I'll roll. Gosh, I really wouldn't know a whole lot about history or religion directly.
Right. Especially not of this place necessarily.
Right.
Yeah.
But I do listen to and retain almost everything. And I've been standing in many a common room, many a crowded common room for many, many hours over the past several months.
Okay.
So I have picked up a good amount of history and religion, but probably more religion.
Okay.
So we'll go with that.
Sure.
Religion.
All right.
Religion.
That is another gentleman's 20.
Nice.
All right.
Such a gentleman this evening.
Indeed.
Duck, what you notice about this art that surrounds the walls is it's these like robed figures, and they seem to be kind of in positions of prayer while other ones go into the waters, and it looks like things are happening, and then they walk out of the waters on the other side. So it's like they go into the pool and out of the pool.
Can I see like which pool they're going into, or is it like?
It's showing like all four around
Okay.
the room, like it's this big ritual sort of thing where all like these creatures are going into the pools and coming out of them, and the other ones are like, or
They're
whatever.
baptized or some weird thing.
The thing that's interesting to you about this is even though you don't know a lot about your people's history, you have, in trying to learn a little bit about it, this matches with some of the things you've seen like style-wise around that which endures.
Okay.
Okay. Carl, from what he's heard around, has heard rumors of that which endures. It seems kind of not one of the big deities with the temples in the city, though. But to you, this very clearly shows that these pools are some sort of trial. Each pool must be endured in order to progress.
Oh, okay. So we look at all of the paintings is what we determined from this?
Yeah.
So there doesn't, or does there seem to be any order?
There does not seem to be an order. It just shows that like each pool is like a different sort of trial, but they're all exultant in it, enduring these trials.
Has to be done. Okay. We started it clear. Which one did we end up by? Looking at all of them.
I mean, that's up to you. It's not really an order thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I figured that means we'd end up at blue, right? If we started here.
Sure.
Well, I guess it depends on which way we went. Did we go this way or did we go this way? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Maybe this way because then we'd be back at the door.
We'd be back at Cloudy? Okay. So we ended up back at Cloudy.
Okay.
And cool. So I have this bright idea that we need to just climb into each pool. One of us at least does. Because it seems like there's spectators going, hooray, when they get out, that we have to endure it. So I don't know, let's just find out. I'm gonna decide that the most direct practical solution is to just hop into the Cloudy pool.
Okay, Cloudy pool.
And without preview or preamble, Carl just hops with both feet into the Cloudy pool.
Oh no. So the pools have like relatively sheer sides. I mean, you're able to grab them and things like that, but it's not like a ladder into it. And when you leap in, you find that it's about 10 feet deep. So
Okay.
you like hit bottom and are able to push yourself up if you wanted to get back to the surface. Not a big deal.
I'll stand there and
but
hang out for a while.
you are in the Cloudy pool. So I need you to make a wisdom check, please.
All right. Wisdom, here we go. And yet another gentleman's 20.
All right.
That's a 19 plus 1, folks.
Dang.
I'm getting all my good rolls out now.
Yeah, no kidding.
As you enter the pool, you can see and feel with your various magical sensors the bits of like rat blood and carcass kind of like fizzing and dissipating off of your external form. And the thought pops into your mind like, this is an acid of some kind. And someone who's a little less wise or less tough might start to like itch and kind of get that into the more delicate bits underneath the externals, but you're not really affected by that sort of thing. So you are easily able to note that this trial is one of acid, and if you'd like to get out of the pool.
All right. Having hit bottom, he'll look around. Carl will make a chuckle as a joke flits through his mind. Anyone got any cucumbers? Because it seems like a vinegary type of acid, not super strong to him. He'll squat down in the gathering power. Keanu Reeves from the second Matrix sort of squat, and then leap up out of the pool.
Splashing everyone with
Splashing everyone with vinegary acid.
So as
And
you see
beside it.
Carl leaping out of this cloudy liquid, you see that white light starts to emanate from the runes on the lock.
The runes.
And Carl, you have resistance to acid until your next long rest.
Hooray.
Hey.
Let's see here.
Does it, like, can I tell from the wall carvings? Does it seem like the same person does all the pools? Or is it like you do one of the pools? Like, can you tell it all, or is it just...
It is
people go
hard
to
to tell
pools,
because there's
people
a
come
lot of like
Right.
figures, and they all sort of look the same, the ones
Okay.
outside and inside the pool. So it's just showing creatures going in and coming out and the exultant figures on the outside.
out? Right.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to go jumping into any of these pools. Ew.
True.
Can I just go over to, because we're by the clear one still, right?
Mhm.
Can I just kind of go over there and maybe sniff it and maybe
Sure.
dip a toe?
Yeah. You may
Dip a little dainty toe.
go ahead and make an investigation check.
Investigation! Investigation! No, I'm kidding. It was a 4. So 12.
I mean, it's clear. It looks like water, but it's
Right.
obviously dark. Like, there's no light source in the pool or anything either. But, like, you can see, like, from the lamp that Carl leaned against a wall, I'm assuming didn't jump into a pool with it. Like, you don't see anything, like, the light just reflects down into it. It's very clear.
It doesn't, like, hurt when I put my finger in or anything?
No.
Or my toe, rather. I don't trust this at all.
Well, seeing Duck's hesitance with this pool, it worked last time just fine, so it's time to get her done. Carl's gonna jump into the clear one this time.
All right, I need you to make an intelligence saving throw.
Except, this time, he realizes that his foolhardy jump and subsequent leap could have endangered his party members.
Right.
This time he's going to gingerly hop over the side.
Ploop into it.
Yeah, kind of ploop
Hot
into
tub
it.
in.
And then, get in like a hot tub, not wanting to jiggle too much.
Yeah. Like hiking up your truck nuts before.
Yeah, intelligence, you say?
Intelligence saving throw.
Saving, got it. All right. 17.
Okay. So, for a moment, it feels like the infinite possibilities of the multiverse try to enter your limited mechanical mind.
Oh, man.
But you have a very pragmatic bit of programming,
True.
and you are able to compartmentalize and then push it out. And
Quarantine the virus.
yep. And now you just feel like you're in a dark pool of water.
All right. I will try to gingerly climb out of the pool so I don't splash folks like last time.
All right. As he climbs out of the pool, you can see that some, like half of the runes on the lock are now glowing a sort of weird black glow. And Carl, you have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma checks and saving throws.
Nice.
Until your next long rest.
Cool.
You feel like you have extra clarity of mind right now.
That's pretty cool. That one's quite the boon. All right. We've got 2 pools left.
Yup.
What's it going to be?
You have blue and green.
Blue and green. I'll start walking towards the blue one.
Okay.
From here. Trump, 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 trump.
I'll skitter behind.
Okay.
And let's see. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's any help for it. We already did wisdom and intelligence. I feel like these are going to be like strength and constitution, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll be a dexterity one. I don't know. But, yeah, I'll just hop into the blue one, I guess.
I mean, because we wouldn't know that. Like, our characters wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know what trial is what, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so you hop into the blue pool. The thing it's not like the cloudy pool, or the cloudy pool, like you could see, it was just kind of murky. This one is like almost an opaque blue, where like you can't see what's under the surface. And as you get in, there is this sort of terrifying fear of what is around you, and these images of horror start to enter your mind. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Is there any reaction to that on his face?
Well, you can't, when he gets submerged.
Oh, he goes all the way under. Oh, gotcha.
Kinda
I was still thinking hot tub in it.
way down.
Yeah.
Alright, so charisma saving throw, please.
This is great. So first of all, just for the record,
Charisma is your dump stat.
it's true, yes. But that doesn't even matter because Carl is so excited because he hasn't felt fear since he got teleported here. So he's like, I'm feeling, this is what it used to be. I'm whole, I'm complete, this is great, I'm terrified. He's feeling feelings intensely, and it's so awesome.
Poor Carl.
And that is a 2 on my saving throw.
Oh, shit.
Images of horror and the things that could lurk beyond overwhelm your mind. You see visions of rotting, crumbling.
I have advantage on charisma saving throws from the last pool.
No, you have advantage on. You do have advantage on charisma.
So
that might be important.
I forgot to roll that advantage. So sorry about that. Let me just roll another one. Okay, that's 9. So.
Oh, so close, but not there. You needed a 10.
I rolled a 10.
Yep.
It's minus.
My charisma is minus 1.
Shit.
All right.
Oh shit.
Ah, shit.
You are able to leave the pool.
Oh.
Still shaking. You see as he leaves the pool that now there are 3 colors on the lock, one of them being a glowing blue. So you still endured, but you have disadvantage on initiative rolls until your next long rest.
Right.
Would I be able to use telepathy to calm him down at all, or like see, like gauge like where he's at and see if he's, you know?
Yeah, go ahead and roll insight.
Insight. 6.
Yeah, it's really difficult to read this one.
To roll.
I know, I'm not used to it.
I'll learn you.
Get a ruler out and slap my hand every time I do.
The remaining pool is the green pool.
I don't think that would go my way.
Probably not.
Couldn't decide to go ahead and not do that. Okay, 1 remaining pool. So Carl is horrified and shook,
Right.
but desperately scrabbling to hold on to the last vestiges of feeling fear because you can't feel the battle fever. You can't feel that rage that used to drive him in battle, that he could exult in and feel alive without that fear. And so when that was taken from him, it was almost like a core part of his personality and psyche that was just ripped away as part of his teleportation. So he's kind of just standing there shook, and it might look like he's petrified with fear. He's really just ecstatic and trying to hang on to that feeling and savor it. So he's not really able to do anything but stand there and kind of quake with that feeling. Hands
So he doesn't
aloft.
look well,
Right.
but it did seem to work, whatever he did.
Right.
So the room's still lit up.
Well, that's good. Oh, shit. But I don't know he's excited about what he's feeling or wanting to hang on to
No,
that.
he just seems sort of shivering and...
Would our druid be able to do any healy things on him?
She says, it doesn't look like he took any physical damage. I'm not really powerful enough to heal things of the mind yet.
Well, shit. Be like, yeah, you alright there, big guy? You okay?
Yeah.
You just push him into the
You
water.
okay?
There, chimp. Just one
One
more
more to go.
One more pool left. Gonna need you to make a strength check to push all 500 plus pounds of Carl into the pool. I mean, eventually it'll wear off. The feeling will pass, and I'll no longer feel fear anymore, and they'll just be overwhelmed by this sadness.
No.
I miss it so much.
Just had it, man.
And it reaffirms his quest to regain what he once was. This glorious warrior king of the battlefield. And with that, he'll kind of slump over. He'll do the like reluctant teenager slump. Whatever. Over to the last pool. And I'm guessing the pool, is it like the rim of it flush with the floor, or does it have like the raised sort of above ground thing?
No.
Okay. He'll slump over that and just kind of walk into it.
Right.
Kind of marshmallow into it.
This is the green pool. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, yeah, alright, cool. This is something I should be good at. So let's see. And I'm not going to forget, I have not advantage on Constitution. Never mind. Alright. 12.
Okay. So as you submerge into this pool, you note that this is, because it's something you've seen before but never at this volume, is some sort of poison.
Oh.
But you are able to sort of shut down certain systems and reroute things so that you're not affected by it.
That makes sense, because as a Warforged, I do have advantage against poison, specifically.
Saving throws against poison?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you are simply able to push up and get out of the pool without any effect.
Right.
Well, any negative effect, at least. You already had resistance to poison damage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have, let's see, have resistance to poison from Warforged Resilience, where I also have advantage versus poison saving throws from the same thing.
Okay. So this pool just doesn't seem to affect you. It's something you're really not capable of enduring over much. I mean, poison can get to you, but it's hard.
Yeah.
So as he exits the pool seemingly unaffected at all, you see that now the lock is glowing in all 4 colors. And in the very center of the room, between all the pools, kind of in the middle of those columns that you see, there is a glow, and a silver key studded with polished red garnets appears midair in the center of the room, just sort of hovering there.
Cool. I'd like to take one of my daggers that I have 4, and not the matched set one, one of my spare ones.
Sure.
And detach it from my belt, because these are one of the few mundane weapons that I have that I carry on a belt as opposed to my internal deployable ones. And I'd like to unsheath it and dip the blade in the poison pool.
Okay.
Get it nice and coated, right? See if I can coat it. I'm trying to make like a poison dagger type of situation that I can give to Duck as a rogue, because she's a rogue.
So the thing about a weapon coated in poison is it doesn't last forever. It's a coating. That's why you can carry poison with you and things like that to coat your weapons.
Okay.
But for a short time, it will do some additional damage of the poison variety.
Right. Shlink. Be careful with that.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
And if you have any empty vials, you might be able to save some for later. I don't know if it works outside of the pool or whatever. I don't know. All I know is it's poison, and I want to tell the rest of the team that it's poison.
Poison apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like the green stuff in undead camps. Not really. So I imagine it looks like that.
Yeah.
It's that whatever stuff that they use to infect everything. What was that? I don't remember.
Wow.
Yeah.
Green stuff.
Green stuff.
Ichor of undeath.
Right. So there is a floating key in the middle of the room.
Alright. Well, there you go. I did all the heavy lifting. There's your key.
I'm just wondering if, because he's the one who went through the pools, if he shouldn't be the one to get the key. Because I wonder, like, just I feel like that would be a trappy type thing, where it's like, you're not worthy, you know. So I'll tell you to grab the key.
Oh. Alright. Tromp up. Grab the key. And grab it. It's It can't be floating that high. Maybe
No.
reach out and like
Yeah.
grab it.
Yeah, otherwise
So-
I would have been like,
Yeah. You grab it. It has heft when it's not floating. It looks like it's like an expensive bit of artwork. But otherwise, it is about, well, it looks to be the size required for the lock.
Cool. Let's
I will say, I know you have more or less to lose from this, but it seems a secure enough room if anyone needed to rest.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I could take a short rest because I am not at
full health.
full HPs. So
Well, I got some rats over there. You wanna nosh?
a short. No, I'm good. Thank you.
little nosh, little rats and locks. So good. So tasty.
Right.
Okay.
So you've taken a short rest.
Yeah. Just a little breather.
You've eaten some rat and pocketed cheddar bay biscuits. Yes.
Little sandwich.
Like wrapped him in a napkin.
Yeah, so it's like a little greasy on the outside.
Delicious.
Eat the napkin too, because it's got the flavor.
Yeah.
You know.
Why would they serve it with your food if it wasn't food?
It's got like the paper hanging out. Why?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, let's unlock the door then. Gingerly slide the key into the lock and jiggle it a little bit and give it a turn.
Yeah, pretty much as soon as you put the key into the lock, it turns, the lock opens, the key falls back into your hand as the lock disappears, and the doors swing inward into the next chamber.
Okay. Cool.
New map.
All right. Okay. Well, there we go.
Now, there's nothing sinister about a chamber with nothing drawn in it.
I would like to investigate / check for traps. Because you sound like a big fat liar. Yeah, your face especially.
So as the passage runs east past the double doors, it widens to about 30 feet for the next 90 feet going in. And then at the far end of this area, you can see that it narrows again, and there's an ornate double door sealing it off. But from this far side of the room, you can't really make out what exactly it looks like.
Can I investigate and look for traps?
You may investigate the area ahead of you if you would like.
On the mat. Didn't help.
Yeah, it's a 7.
But it's better than a 3 or a 1.
I was gonna say.
14.
You notice that the area up ahead shows signs of charring.
Oh god.
You can see as you get closer to that charred area, really, because you're really looking at it and you kind of know this, and it's like a perfectly like rectangular strip all the way down this area of the room.
Okay.
And you're like, oh, okay, I can see some very faint like runes on this like piece of stone and this piece of stone, so you have an idea of where not to step.
Okay.
If you don't want to maybe set this fiery thing off.
I will point that out to my companions.
Just have to try to follow
So I'll take your map, I'll mark out the area that it is.
Duck's instructions to the best of our ability. At least we don't have to sneak. I'm no good at sneaking.
Yeah. You're not very sneakery this time.
No. In fact, I have disadvantage on stealth checks.
Oh dear.
Because I'm just a big, clinky...
Clonk, 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 clonk.
Yeah.
Right, so that's the area where you have to only step in certain spots. Because it looks like that whole space could be affected by stepping in the wrong place. Alright. Are you continuing to look out for things as you move ahead?
Yes.
I will let you roll another investigation or perception check, up to you.
19.
You are keeping an eye out, and you feel like you're being pretty observant. But it's not until the very last second right before Carl moves forward, his heavy limbs stomping down into the stones, that you see the floor in front of him start to give way.
Ooh.
So, Carl, I'm going to have you make a dexterity saving throw.
Nice. All right, here we go. All right, 6.
Okay. So you start to fall into this pit that opens up in front of you.
Shit.
I'm going to have you make a strength saving throw to see if you can catch the side.
I fell into the pit. All right, and that is 16.
Okay. So you're able to slow yourself down to the point where you don't just fall into it. You can see that there's a small amount of, like a little bit of water at the bottom. You kind of slow yourself down enough that you're not going to hurt yourself when you get to the bottom of this pit. It is 10 feet deep, much like the pools in the last room were. And as you're standing there, you see it begins to fill with water from the bottom.
Oh.
And then you see these small glowing fish start to move in through holes in the walls of the pit. I'll let you go ahead and make either a nature or survival check.
Let's see here. Let's...
And you can make one too if you're observing from the edge of the pit.
With
You said nature or survival?
All right.
Okay.
Nature, I got an 18.
Oh, okay.
I got 21.
All right. You both recognize that these are harmless cave fish,
Okay.
so they're not going to do anything. It looks like the trap is really to like hurt you because you fell, and then like just really scare you because it starts filling up with water. But that actually just makes it easier to get out of.
Right.
So you climb out of the hole. I'll illustrate on your map exactly where that is, in case you need it later. There you go.
I mean, if you did have to breathe, that water could be a problem in a 10-foot pit.
True.
Right. And then I will have you roll another investigation check as you guys continue into the room.
Alrighty now. 26.
Oh,
Okay. Yep. So
goodness.
covering much of this area, but not all of it. Like you can walk around it. Is a trap that you actually recognize. You recognize it from the time where you had some interaction with a certain gang.
Collars.
So you know this type of trap. It's a trap that thieves like to use to mark people who they don't notice things very well.
Right.
It's a trap that if you step on it, it causes a swirling cloud of green dye. You know from experience, the dye is non-toxic, cruelty-free, pet-safe, and hypoallergenic.
Right.
The problem is it stains your skin a very distinctive shade of green and doesn't wash out for 1d4 months.
Dang.
And so you were easily identified as someone who is maybe a little easier to pickpocket because you just don't notice that sort of stuff when it's in front of you.
Kind of awesome.
Yeah. So it's a very, thieves like these traps. And they use them often.
Fall in that, go back into the acid pool. See if you can etch it off.
Yes, yeah.
So, so you're able to direct the rest of your party just around this area.
Okay.
No problem. All right, go ahead and make another investigation check. And if you want to make one as well, you can. You're allowed to help with these things.
Oh, good.
Oh, shit.
I rolled a 1.
Okay.
So, 8. Sorry.
But if I'm making my own investigation check, then it's just an 18.
Okay. There don't seem to be any more traps on the floor of this area.
All right, so be prepared for something to come from the ceiling or the walls. All right, I'll keep walking towards the door for my part.
Okay.
Because there don't appear to be any other traps.
That's true.
So
ahead of you are ornate double doors.
free and clear.
They appear to be locked, not with a weird magical lock like you saw in the other one. It seems to be more mechanical in nature, more of a standard sort of lock.
Right. Can I check have I checked the doors themselves?
You may do so.
I would like to do that. 15. And like, because I'm
Right.
specifically kind of want to see if I try and pick these locks, am I going to get a face full of acid or some stupid thing?
You don't note any trap mechanism that you'd normally be looking for in this sort of lock.
Okay.
It does look like a very fine lock. Not something that's beyond your ability
Right.
to pick, but it would be difficult.
I'd like to try and pick the lock.
You may use a dexterity check and your thieves' tools.
Oh, 7.
So, +4. 11.
Okay.
Don't think that's going to be good enough.
You can feel something catch that shouldn't be catching if you're doing this correctly. And you turn almost instinctively to let Carl 14 know, and Charm, know that this might be bad.
Oh, good.
I am going to have everyone make a charisma saving throw.
Saving throw. Okay. I have advantage.
Me too.
Cool.
13.
16.
Oh!
So the door is starting to open, and you look around because you were looking back to let Carl, like, no, this might go bad.
Mm-hmm.
But he's also just standing there after, like, he seems a little confused. But looking around, you don't see Charm anywhere.
Oh.
And as the doors open, you can see this gauze-wrapped figure on one of these stone slabs up ahead start to rise and groan. And you hear Charm, muffled by linen wrappings from another stone slab, saying,
Oh, guys, is something bad happening?
and that's where we'll go ahead and close this one off for today.
Oh. It's a mummy
It's a mummy charm.
or something.
Mummy charm!
All right, so hopefully you are enjoying, dear listener, this adventure into the Acquisitions Incorporated Adventure. This is Rainy. You can find me on Twitter at Barbarian Rainy, or, check the description for other places to talk at me about stuff.
I'm Santiago. All my links are in the doobly-doo.
I'm Jessica.
And Jessica.
Still no links.
Yeah.
Also Jessica.
Guest starring Jessica.
With Jessica.
Not Nyx.
And
Totally different
Jessica.
characters. Not the same at all.
You probably have heard that there are a lot of handouts in this one. Patrons, keep an eye out because I'll be posting some of the handouts that I put together for this on the Patreon page at patreon.com/justbarbarianthings.
These are quality handouts, y'all.
Yeah, for real.
All right, and until next time, everyone, spend your rage wisely.
And jump in a random pool. What's the worst that could happen?
Your face could melt off.
You could pickle yourself.
Or that.